Hi, my name is Justin Caffrey and thanks for joining me on another video on my YouTube channel. Today you are joining me in Barcelona. It's very warm, it's very sunny, but very beautiful. I want to just talk a little bit today about what we resist will persist. Where attention goes, energy flows. So get into that in a second. If you're here and you're joining me, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It makes a big difference. It means that more people can share this content. Please share it freely wherever you can. If you'd like to follow me on a regular basis, you can follow me on Instagram at Justin_Caffrey. And if you'd like to work with me, please reach out to me at yourbottomline.com. But now, let's just talk a little bit about the vagus nerve, vagal tone, and what happens in terms of things that we are resisting. Whatever's holding you back, whatever's limiting you, whether it's psychological or emotional, it will continue to play a part and to be a burden in your life if you are not willing to lean into it. If you've seen a lot more of my content, I talk about this in more detail, about the fact that sometimes we need to turn into the difficulty. Sometimes we need to be with the difficulty. Through that ownership of the difficulty, that willingness to go into a point that is, of course, hard, at times can even be traumatic. But when we face into it, we start to unravel it. I went through this myself, through my own experience, which you may or may not know if you're a regular to my channel, through the death of my son. Difficult time, difficult topic, but the more I tried to resist it, the more it persisted. And the persistence was not only in terms of it staying as it was getting a whole lot worse. So if you're struggling with past trauma, that could be a breakup of a relationship, a loss of a job, COVID, it could be abuse as a child, emotional, physical, sexual, whatever it is that you've been resisting, if that starts to show up as autoimmune in the body, if that starts to show up in ways that are debilitating your capacity to live a whole and fulfilling life, then it's time to change it. And what I learned myself is that when I shifted that narrative and when I removed myself from the idea of resistance and I started to lean into the difficulty, it was very inspiring what happened next. Where attention goes, energy flows. And once I've broken down the component parts of the difficulty of my trauma, so both the terms of the challenges that have happened to me through the death of my son, but then also other things that have happened throughout my life and right back to my childhood, I started to realize that I could put them down and let go of them. But first I had to really immerse myself within them. No hiding place, no stone uncovered. I leant into everything at all times. And the more that you do that, the more you start to realize that these things that are holding us back, it's a cycle. And every event in our life has, like my hand, it has a start, a middle, and an end. When we get trapped in trauma, we often have a start, and at some point the trauma gets stuck, and that's retained in the body. The body is truly keeping the score, and that retention is what you have to live with in terms of challenge. So as you immerse yourself back into it again, you're able to conclude that arc. I do this within the coaching of my own high performance clients. We look at how can we overcome trauma and challenge in order to maximize our cognitive capacity. But it's available to everybody in terms of finding the right therapist, finding the right capacity to connect to the trauma. But really be with it. I have concerns sometimes with cognitive behavioral therapy where people are helping you manage your problems. So make sure you get somebody who can help you through the whole of the trauma to really unresolve it. And in doing so, that will help your physical memory of the trauma unravel. And it will give you peace, clarity, and a capacity to really move your attention to where you want to get to in your life. If you'd like to work with me, please reach out to me at yourbottomline.com. I'd love to hear from you. Put your comments below in the video. I get back to people. And again, like and share wherever you can. Much appreciated. Have a great day.